Hey guys, so real quick, I just wanted to walk you through the install process of the MFC Offroad HID headlamps. I also ordered the MFC Offroad fog lights, full housing install, and that'll be on a later video after this one. But first, I just wanted to show you, I actually installed the driver's side already, and that's what it looks like right now. I still have the wheel well cover bolts taken out because I am going to do the fog lights after this. They're not done yet. See, these are the OEM. So yeah, so that is the HIDs from that's MFC Offroad. Over here is the one that I'm working on right now, and this is the original halogens, as you can see. So there you go. There's the difference. I didn't walk you through this one because I only need to walk you through one. They're both the same process on both sides. The one thing I did want to mention is where I put the ground. I actually put the ground, I don't know if you can see, I put the ground right here on this bolt because there is a blue wire for the ground for this install. And I just put it on this. This is metal. This is just a stopper for the hood. Hopefully that's a good spot. If you guys disagree, just let me know in the comments below. But this is my ground. And it's all my ballast and everything is just basically zip tied in this area to the right of the battery. I didn't want to permanently tape it or anything, so I just used zip ties. And this is what you get in the package. And this is the OEM halogen that I took it already. I already took this out. And this is the passenger side one that I haven't installed yet. And I'm gonna walk you through the process on the passenger side after I've gotten a little bit of experience of installing the driver's side. So that is what it looks like. Pretty warmed up now. And this is the passenger side again. So over here, I have started to, let me put a light on here. I've started to loosen these guys up. 1, 2, 3. I only need to unscrew those 3. I'm gonna pull this back. The tires turn far as I can to the left so that I can reach all this, and then I'm gonna pull this back. So I will be right back. I'm back. So what I did, I just removed this from the back of your headlight. So you take the fender guard off, and then you're gonna stick your hand in there, and you're gonna go to the back of here, you're gonna remove this, and it's just like a quarter turn counterclockwise, and you just take this out. On the inside, there's gonna be a rubber seal. That seal is actually very delicate because right there it's glued on. So if you're not careful, that glue will fall apart, like the other side did. And gave me a hard time putting this back in because without that, this won't seal properly. So when you turn it, quarter turn, it's not going to stay in because it needs that gasket to seal. So be careful with that. I just took it out and left it out. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to put a hole here. They say 7/8 drill bit. I just use a little bit smaller so that the seal is a little bit tighter. But you be the judge. You'll be able to see it once you get this. It's going to come with this. So there's your little gasket, or whatever you call it, rubber gasket, and you want to be able to make the hole the diameter of that right there. So the indentation right there. So they say 7/8. You can make it. Just go by eye. You'll be able to figure it out. This one I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm basically going to drill a hole into the cover, dust cover, whatever you want to call it, with a drill, and see how it turns out. All right, and I will be back. All right, so now that you got your hole in your dust cover with a 7/8 drill bit or smaller, you are going to have to, you have your HID here and all the wires. Don't worry about the rest of them, just worry about this one here. So find this one, and you're going to have to de-pin this or make the dust cover hole that you just drilled big enough in diameter to let this go through it, because it has to travel through it. Okay, so I would rather de-pin it. The last one was the first time I ever de-pinned one. A little nervous at first, but after the first one, you get a hang of it. So the first thing you're gonna do is remove this. So you're going to take a little tiny flathead, and you're gonna lift this off like that. And so you're gonna do both sides. So you got that one and this one. So you're gonna flip it around and do the same thing and pry it up. There you go. So see, it's loose now. And as you can see, I'm just gonna pull it up. And there you go. So that's the bottom piece. And now you just have this spot. So you're gonna de-pin it. You're gonna stick this tiny, I don't know what size it is, it's just a flathead. And it's a flathead screwdriver, real tiny. And you're gonna stick it here, right there. Not on that side, right here. In the inside ones. Now once you stick it in, this is the first time I'm doing it, so you're gonna do it with me. So I'm gonna stick it in as far as I can until I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna take the back of the black, and up here I'm gonna push in like that. All right, and you see it. There you go. So you mess with it a little bit. So basically what you're doing is, see if I can get a good view. This right here, you're gonna push it in. You can see it on this side. It's right in the inside there. And it's just a little flap, and you wanna push it in to get it out of this hole. And that's called de-pinning it. And so we're gonna do the same process with the white one and move on to the next step. All right, and I'll be back. All right, now once you did that, and I got it through the hole, you want to repin it. I guess that's what it's called. But see, now the pins are back in, and you want to put this back on just the way you took it off. So you want to slide it onto the wires like that, and just push up. You'll hear it click, and it pushes the seals back into the wire in the encasing to keep it sealed properly. So now it's repinned and it's in the hole. And the other side, I haven't pushed this on yet, but the other side looks like this. And so you want to make sure the concave has the HID in it. All right, and as you can see, it's pretty tight. Make the hole a little bit smaller, and it's sealed. So you have this one that we de-pinned, and these two blue ones on the outside of the dust cover. And you only have this guy, this female, and you got this HID on the inside of the dust cover. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a smaller diameter than this one right here. Okay? All right, and now I will be removing the halogen out of the OEM housing, and I will be installing this guy into the housing, and then I will plug this into the OEM plug, put the seal gasket back on here, seal it up, and then I will return and show you how to do the rest of this by installing these onto the ballast and the error-free canvas and the ground. All right, I'll be back.
Call the Page Program at 1-800-391-1755. That's 1-800-391-1755.
All right, as you saw, I installed the HID into the housing. And then you're gonna come up here. There's the housing, right there. You can kind of see it, and the gasket. And you're gonna see those two blue ones, and then that one that we depronged. And we're going to run the ballast, this guy right here, and the canvas, the air-free canvas, and this one up top somewhere, and we're going to zip tie them together, or zip tie them somewhere close to the airbox over there. And again, just like we did over here, we're going to ground the passenger side as well. So all you have to do is take those 3 that I just showed you over there, run them up, and connect them to these 3. So there's male, female, and then this one here. So there's 3, and then ground it. Once you ground it, and then make sure that it works before you finish up, because the one that you depronged over there is going to connect to this guy, and if it's on backwards, you may need to turn it around and connect it the other way, and that may require you to deprong it again and do it the proper way the second time. I know it's a lot of work, but if you want to make sure before you do all the installs, make sure that it works properly. And if the headlight does not turn on, it's just because when you put the 2 cables back into it, it may have been the wrong way. So keep that in mind. It may not be an error on the manufacturer side. It may just be user error. So try it. It should work. In a later video, I will show you the fog light install. All right, so I have mounted the canvas right there with a zip tie and another zip tie here. And as you can see, I put the ballast between the airbox and the frame. It's just sitting there, but it is not going anywhere. We'll be putting the ground, which is right here, just like the other side on this hood stub, where it is mounted right here on this piece of metal that's connected to the frame. I will show you the end result. Here we go. There's this side, and there's this side now, and they're both working. There you go. Bulbs from MFC Offroad, installed on the 2016 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. And like I said, in the next video, I will be installing the fog lights, full LED housing. So stay tuned for that. And if you would like more videos, comment below. Until next time, Merry Christmas. Have a good day.